Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why, actually. Let me check. Should be fine now, but for some reason it just goes muted. Look at the emotes, nice. Super cool. It's gonna, those emotes are gonna increase the quality of the stream by 500%. It's actually gonna be a good stream. Good evening, Ambit. How is life, my friend? Give me a second here. Where's my chat? Over here, yeah. Let me just get started here. We're almost ready. Yeah, that should be fine-ish. And then let's kind of get cracking with it. Let's open our VS Code. Ah, that's actually pretty good. Kind of almost opened at the same place where I left it last night to say. Yeah, that's fine. That's okay. Ooh, dude, let me take a breath. Just put my son to sleep. Jesus Christ, man. And I took a nap like 20 minutes. And I feel better and got this thingy. What a day, exactly. Got this stuff, yeah, my camera is not an auto zoom, but got this stuff to give me some boost, even though it's yeah. But water is here. Water, seriously, man, is still the best. Like, this thing is full of sugar and stuff. I can feel it in my throat. Water is like the king. The king. Ah. Whew, water is life. Okay. Great. Let's get cracking here. So tomorrow I'm gonna have a friend over. He's gonna just give me a hand so we do it faster. We're gonna deploy this stuff online. Not everyone is gonna get access. It's mainly the programmer network team now, but tomorrow we're gonna get this fella actually online. I'm gonna push it actually to some server. My friend is coming afternoon after work, so it's gonna be fun. So actually, I had a dream. I swear to God, I had a dream. So yesterday when I was implementing this sharing thing, right? You guys remember that, you know, I implemented the button to be here, just why not? So, and then when I type something in, this kind of this like icon kind of animates, right? And that this is temporary. This is like a placeholder. So I had a dream that, shit, what was my dream? And I think this animation, this was kind of, this thing was like spinning, the color was spinning, right? And then when you click this, it kind of gives you for a fraction of a second like a smiley that it was successful, and then you post it basically. I don't know, I'm not gonna do that now. I'm gonna finish functionality, but I seriously had this dream and the idea came in my sleep. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it like this. No, this friend Simon, the friend who's gonna come tomorrow with me to my place is Simon. He's my colleague from work. He works in a infrastructure team and he knows many of those things better than I, of course. So he's gonna give me a hand. Again, it's about just getting it up quicker rather than, and this is a temporary infrastructure. So long-term infrastructure I'm gonna do here on my own, because that's gonna require, you know, not to bore you, it's gonna require a continuous integration server, staging server, etc, etc. There's you know, that this setup can be super simple, which is what we need now. I just need to be able to push the changes so people can see them. But a long term, a lot more than that is required basically. So but you know, everything at its own time. because we don't need the Facebook type of infrastructure right now, right? So it's fine. Okay, cool. So last night, if you remember, we implemented tags, so you can now, and we had said that for today we have to replace this component and stuff. But now, as you can see, you can kind of do it. Now we have to refresh, and that thing is here. So for today, I have to be, and it was I think 1:30 a.m. last night when we finished, so I was barely keeping my eyes open. So now we should clean this up so we can see that, yeah, it's not really, so this paragraph thing is not really rendered properly for whatever reason. So let's fix that first, then let's fix the state when you click this. So when you click this button, this thing should kind of replace the icon, kind of like a show a loading state, and then boom, it should appear here. So let's finalize that. I'm actually super happy personally how those things are looking like. So it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. Make input menus, make inputs great again. Let's just not use those acronyms. They don't help much. Okay, cool. So let me have an internal discussion with myself. So let's first kind of solve this. So let's go to user message. This is where we kind of render the content. So let me print the content here, and let's see why. Let's print props.content, and let's see kind of what's happening, right? It was super late last night, so let's see the structure of this. So, interesting. Very, very interesting. Actually, very strange as well. This almost looks like as if it was already. Let's actually refresh this fella here. Preview. So it is stringified. Good, that's pretty good, yes. So we get the, where's the component? So we get the thoughts over here. We fetch them, right? Where's our effect? Where do we do that? Where do we fetch them? Thoughts tab. Ah, yeah. So my infinite list kind of does that. That's the abstraction we made, so that's pretty good. Then we get into this fella. It should be stringified here. And then we pass it to my editor to HTML, which is supposed to do this. Now, the only thing that I can think about is that let me just print the block here. Block type content block. Actually, let's also say type. Unstyled, that's good. And unstyled is margin bottom, yeah. And then if we come here, so essentially it does get this guy. So okay, let me go to articles, I believe, or article view, right? This is the stuff. Okay. Yeah, I think we need dangerously set HTML stuff, whatever. Doesn't matter, right? We're gonna solve this because probably we're gonna support code highlighting here as well, which is pretty good. So let's kind of. It's great, it's amazing, it's perfect, it's beautiful, it's great. Whew, I need to say that, I feel easier. Okay, so we're gonna pretty much do the same, right? And then we're gonna say highlight. Maybe this one, yeah, I don't know. And I don't know either if I can do this. If this guy actually takes a class at all. And then if we go over here, we should now see the actual articles properly. So our state properly rendered. So if I say, great job, foo bar. Good evening, my best man. I guess we have to, yeah. JavaScript is such a horrible language. We refresh, we do this, and then we see JavaScript is such a horrible language. Beautiful. That's great. So we can now make a tweet. So let's continue, right? So let's continue with, we'll continue with what? Well, you know, when we do this, when I click this button, I should not need to refresh. And actually it seems that did I make this dependent? Like, because you shouldn't be forced to tag anything. This doesn't necessarily have to have a tag, right? I guess. Okay, I get it. That's an interesting problem. If you don't tag anything, how do I then, how do we query that sort of stuff, right? Because right now the way that I implemented the feed is that based on the tags that you follow under your dashboard, those are the tags that you see, the articles here and whatever, the tweets. But if you don't tag anything, you're essentially, all right, to solve that problem, I'll simply have to force you to tag something for now, because I'm not gonna think about that problem now, and I don't actually even think that's necessarily a problem, because it doesn't make sense to write something about nothing. Make a list of important tags, search for that word in math. The thing is random potato. Random potato. We have the tags that we support. We support finite amount of tags right now. So we don't allow right now the creation of custom tags, right? And we will start like this for MVP because we need to be careful about this so this doesn't get out of control. So this isn't Twitter, and we don't want people to tag about their grandma or something like that. Even though that's a bit, you know, maybe controlling in a way you can say, but we don't want people to have, those are not Twitter types of tags. It's like go Beyonce or something like that. We don't care, right? We want people, this platform is about technology and about that sort of stuff, so yeah, but I don't want to deal with that. Why would I deal with complexity when this already works? Why would I do, and why would I analyze the text and stuff? I don't. There's no need for that, right? Because this is how you write tags. That. Yeah, but why would it need to be magic? I want things to be simple, right? And they are simple now. There's no glory in magic. Nobody will appreciate that, maybe except me. I might feel clever. I might see, oh, wow, I'm so clever, I made it magical. But nobody's gonna care, right? Because that's how people, I feel at least, use platforms already. It's like, hashtag C++. Did you see a new version of blah, 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 right? I don't disagree by no means with your suggestion. I'm just saying I'm not gonna spend time on such thing now because it has a very low relevance right now compared to some other things, right? One day, probably, right? I mean, a lot of things that we have now one day are gonna have to be more complex because they will require that complexity by nature, right? Right now, they don't. This is Draft.js, and I don't mind you asking absolutely anything. Feel free to ask whatever. It is basically Draft.js. It's the Google, it's the editor by Google, right? All right, so that's good. So now let's kind of hack this out. And if you're wondering why did I choose Draft.js, mainly because it was made by Google. It's very old, it has a lot of support, and it has a solid API, so that's why. Everything else, like Slate.js and stuff that I tried, was unstable and, as they claim in their official documentation, very much open to change at any given time. And I didn't want to couple my project with something that's gonna just constantly change, right? I just don't feel that as a as something to depend on, right? Okay, so is creating thought set is creating thought use states false. Thank you very much, Steph. Don't worry much about YouTube though. I mean, YouTube honestly is just a side effect of this stream because I multi-stream. So when I start streaming, I'm basically streaming to YouTube, and it's a very good point. Unfortunately, Twitch removes all of those streams, and I believe that they will remain on YouTube, which is kind of a good way to have an archive of those streams. Also for me, for free, because maybe one day I'll be with my team here, we'll be laughing as like, I remember when you implemented that. I don't know. I think history is important. I really wish that I kept my videos and messages in early days with my friends, you know. The thing is, idea, they remain here for, I believe, 2 weeks or something, and then and I don't know if you can keep them more than that. If yes, that's amazing. But if so, I didn't know that you can do that, so that's perfect. That would be amazing, yeah. Sure, man, sure, absolutely. YouTube is, give me just a second. Thank you very much, by the way. Why not? I mean, this YouTube, I was thinking to invest time in YouTube, then I had a discussion with ADM, with Dominic with Idea, and I just came to a conclusion that now is not the right time. But you guys, if you feel like, just follow it for the future. Right now you will gain zero value from it, so from that perspective, don't do it. But if you want to just keep an eye for the future, feel free to do it. But right now it's going to provide you with very little, so just FYI. Yeah, true, but yeah, I just don't want to, yeah, if people feel like great, if not, still great. Exactly. Sure, man. Thank you, Steph. Okay, so we have this now loading state, and let's kind of use it. So okay, so, and I'm really kind of interested. I really had fun last night building this this kind of putting this here. So let me just kind of play with that a bit. I don't know, for some reason I just found it very fun, and almost enjoyable to say, right? So let's kind of say here, let's have like this, let's have a ternary operator here. Let's say is creating a thought, right? So if you're creating it, if you're like in a state, you click create, then you're creating it, right? Obviously, we'll see what we're gonna put here, but let's just say for now, like spinner. Let me see which spinner did I use here. Rotate spinner. Okay. And that's kind of a wrong place, isn't it? Yep. And then let's kind of get over here to this little guy, to this abstraction I designed yesterday over this. So this infinite scrolling, seriously, I was so happy last night. It turned out really well. I ended up using this. I wrote an abstraction over this use SVR infinite, made a little abstraction over it, and then use this infinite scroll, which is actually apparently the most popular library out there, which is also very good to make a project depend on something that's highly maintained and used by many companies out there. So it turned out really well, actually. So I just had to be patient, because I had few attempts before and I wasn't happy with the results, but then eventually I was okay, perfect. So we have this here, that's great. Let's just style it a bit, and we're probably not going to use that icon, but again, not gonna die over that hill now. Eventually it would be cool that it's some funny icon, I don't know, even though you're gonna see this just for a fraction of a second, not even that, because most of the time it's gonna happen automatically. So you click, yeah, just feel it's not enough. I want how could I, give me a second, CSS animate border. I don't remember, man. Good evening, the kitty, my friend. How are you doing? Animating border. Let me see if that's possible. I must, and also it's something new for me to learn. I know. I'm happy that you love them, man. No, this is not what I want. Wait, rotating gradient border CSS animation. Oh my god, I love when I laugh at my own jokes and nobody else does. It's amazing. Great life. Yeah, Yeah, this is what I want, dude. This is what I want, I swear to God. How do you make this magic? How do you make this magic happen? But no. What? Whoa. What is framer motion? I've never heard of that. Let me check it out. Check it out now. Framer motion. CSS or whatever? What is it? Framer motion. It's a CSS library. I've used motion. That was a CSS library. This, I guess... Oops, library for React made by Framer. Cool. Yeah, okay. I get it. I know already what it is. Pretty cool. I don't have time now, but I know what it is. I use the motion, but not Framer motion. I've never been to Instagram, so I don't know how that looks like. I did click a few times in my life, but I know it's a gallery of some sort or something, yeah. Alright, okay, let me just evaluate for 30 seconds if I'm going to do this now or not, even though I would like to do this. It feels simple. Not that relevant, it's just to make my heart happy. No, yeah, I agree. I think I agree. But what I'm actually gonna do is I will save this thing, because for sure it's gonna be cool to have this. Not just for this, It's never a singular use case. I feel that, and also not this style. We would change those colors and stuff. I think it would be cool to have animation like this. I remember on my stream, if you see my camera on my stream, I made this kind of frame to do exactly that, to kind of circulate this. I don't know, I just realized that I like that sort of stuff. It's pretty cool, actually. Projects, whatever, where's the issues? I guess the stuff has been cleared a bit. Cool, let me just do this. CSS border animation. The idea, did you remove the other tasks or did you move them somewhere? Because I can't see them. I have no idea where they are. Yeah, exactly. It can. Okay, I just wanted to save this. Fine in your end. Perfect. Good. In that case, great. Okay, so let's kind of not do this. Let's finalize this, and then those tiny details we're gonna fiddle with. But I really like. I've seen this. I swear to God, in my dream. Like I dreamt this effect on, and then like actually I didn't even share it completely. So then you would see transition like that. And then just for a fraction of a second, you would get like a thumbs up or a smiley, and then it would kind of the thing would be created. So we would actually even defer the creation fakely, even though, let's say, server did create it already. We would kind of just increase the timeout by like half a second, just to kind of, you click it, it kind of did it, and boom, it kind of showed. I don't know. I think it would be pretty cool. All right. That's just the kind of the, yeah. Is creating a thought. What? Oh yeah, okay. Good evening, A1. How are you doing? And let me see, why is this still spinning? Did I reverse the logic? Is creating a thought. It's not creating a thought. Okay, yeah. Sorry. Wrong logic. And then, oh yeah, sure. I get it. So apart from that, we have to kind of push this thought into the existing thoughts. And we will actually, we just have to do it. Let's do that and let's move on. So here we're gonna say, hopefully, shit. Let's go to my API. Yeah, the thing is, right, like I have to think of all possible ends, back and forth, up and down, right? Hey Sirma, good evening. How are you, man? How is everything? So okay, so here we created. I do return it created. But what I don't do, I think. Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Appreciate your presence. Nice. So successful days. Awesome. Okay, so I think pretty much it's good. I think what we need to do when we create, let me see if I create and populate. Let me not populate or populate. Let's see if I create anywhere and then return the references as well. I do, right? I mean, just skim through. I don't remember. I wrote so much stuff that I just can't remember anymore what I did and where. But I think somewhere we just found it somewhere. That was actually what we needed. Nah. No. So it was somewhere around here. Nope. No. Yeah, we could use this. Yeah. This is a very special message. Woohoo! My stream is becoming cool, guys. That's great. My stream is becoming shit. Wait. How was it? Yeah, it's a second argument. Cool. All right. So I want to return. I want to basically return. I want to return the author when I create for sure. Yeah, let me see. Let's see the response here. Network. Test. JavaScript. Messages. Let's see what it returned. So it didn't really populate it, right? Let's see my API to say models.user as author. Yeah. Yeah, maybe, nah, maybe, yeah, nah. Yeah, I don't know. Basically what I'm trying to do, guys, when I create one of those fellas, I want to return, basically the payload that I want to return is I want to do the joins as well, and so I can see my user actually isn't being returned, and we do have an author, so it should be, wait, let's just Google for it. Sequelize, create, and include. Creating with associations, literally perfect. That's what we need. Creating with associations, return product create, include association, product user. I mean, yeah, why not try? Where were we? Where's our API? Over here, right? Let me go back here. So it is a second argument. Perfect. It's pretty much what we have already. So like this, and then model.use models.user. Sure, we don't really need to specify this. Let's create it again. failed, beautiful. And then let's go here. Let's say, can I say as author? I don't know. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. Nah, okay. So the model was okay, pretty much as I was writing it. It's just, I don't know why is it not including it. Let's try that again. That's why, okay. Well, okay, let me, yeah. It's a lowercase user, which is quite strange, I know, but that's how it is. Try that again. Cannot read properties, undefined name, okay. Undefined name, what? I mean, I don't know. I don't know why it's not returning the association. Let me go back to this thing. This is important. No, this isn't what I think it is. So it's fine. I actually have an idea. So what we're gonna do instead, we're gonna leave that as is. Then we're gonna kind of do this. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. We're gonna say let me take a look at our database here. Message ID, yeah, it's gonna be ID is created ID. And then over here, we're gonna do the, let me just find the, something to copy paste. Copy pasting is amazing. Perfect. Copy pasting is great. It is amazing. It is amazing. Okay. Attributes, nuke that stuff. Great. Okay, try now. Go back here, hit that. Sure, we get an author back. Beautiful. It's perfect, amazing, great, beautiful. Let me just refresh this stuff to check one thing. So okay, so let's kind of great, and then tags. I actually don't know if I can do that like that, but let's see. So JavaScript, I cannot. Okay, let's actually read the error response on association, whatever, la la la. Okay, so that's the problem. It's not called tags. How is it called? Tag. Okay, my bad. My bad. Well, whose else's bad is gonna be than mine, of course. Tags. Okay, great. We're good. Works. Perfect. Amazing. Beautiful. Okay. And now again, going back to the front, we can solve this other stuff. What did we mess up here? Okay. So now we can essentially just say const created. We await for that, right? That's great. Then we push that to the existing, on top of the existing list that we have, and that list is essentially good evening, Nora. Good evening. Good evening. And where's my actual state? Shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's a bummer. That's a bummer in a way. Not really, I mean, it's okay. It's actually perfectly fine. It's absolutely fine. Essentially now the little issue, no. You mean the complex, right? Is he complex or compact? Yeah, you're right. I think he's probably busy or something. I haven't seen him neither. That's a good question. Let me actually write to him. Okay, I'm gonna read that. Okay. Here we go. All right, cool. Getting back to this now. So basically this infinite list that I created is a component that handles our infinite list. So you just give it a URL and it does the rest of the magic, right? And the problem with that, not the problem, that's the life cycle of components. That's how we build them. We build them gradually and then we give them more props when we need those, right? We can clearly see now that we have to we need some prop to pass also to this optionally, that when we create a new item, for instance, we can push it to this list. So good evening, Alvi, and I'm gonna read that Nikita in a second. Let me just do this one. So what we need here basically is we need to be able to get some prop outside of this and then change those rows. Good evening, good evening. Okay, let me think here. Doing pretty good, things going amazing. A lot of people, project going well. Got a new member, idea maker joined the team. Very happy, very good, very motivated, pumped up, perfect. No. We can make it work a million ways, don't worry, Nora. And don't use local storage unless you have to. Local storage is probably one of the worst and most slow APIs from the browser storage. Use IndexedDB, use Dexy.js or whatever, or yeah. All right, let's solve it. So we have rows here. What's the problem? So let's define the problem. Problem is this list is kind of closed and we want to push things to this list, but this list doesn't have that. So we can basically create a new prop called add item to list, and then we can create here a thing called const handle add You should definitely try IndexedDB. In fact, you should try Dexy.js. I completely misspelled that. Completely, in every possible way. You should try this, right? If you want to use IndexedDB, you don't want to use the plain API. You want to use Dexy.js, right? Okay. All right. That's what it is. That's how it is. That's what it is. So no. The thing is, right, like this is also a bit limited type of thinking that I just did. We don't really need to worry about, we don't really need to worry about if I have to add or remove an item from a list, because technically I should also be able to remove an item from a list, so we cannot just think about adding it to the list now, right? So that being said, we just have to, the only way to solve this is basically to keep this data outside, right? That's the only way I see it, which means we kind of break this abstraction, because we would need to take this thing, hold this whole thing out, keep it on a level above, then pass those things down. I don't see another way, to be very frank with you. Which is okay, which is not an end of the world, by no means. It's just, it was nicer when it was there, but it cannot be there. It cannot be there. That's life. That is life. That's how it is. You design something great, you're happy. Next thing you know, you're no longer happy. That's how it is. That is how it is. Okay. So we'll kind of nuke all of this, right? We'll pass all of those fellas down. Yeah, that basically makes it makes the original API of the, it makes the original native API just a lot easier to work with, because IndexedDB without Dexy is very, very, very annoying to work with, right? Just a lot of boilerplate to write, and in a nutshell, what that library does, in most cases, mostly what it does, what it solves. My pleasure, my friend, my pleasure. Size is reaching and is loading. Nuke that. That's fine. Obviously, we still need the list item. And then hopefully we're still passing it here. Now, did I nuke it? What did we passing here? We were passing shit. That. Yeah, that's okay, that's fine. Let's just print this so this fella doesn't really complain. Created, yes, great. Okay, so we're still seeing the list, so that's good. So we didn't break anything. That's already a success. Now we have the rows here, right? Now we have the rows on a level above or on the same level. This is kind of great. This is great kind of way to think about how you do your state and where do you and how do you pass it. This is why Redux, for example, sometimes is useful, because if I was storing those things in Redux, even inside here, I could still be able to subscribe to that specific data anywhere. But that's also a double-edged sword, because you end up with a lot of global state just for convenience and not for any particular not really backed up, but this is a side project stock run. This is it's not my, I wish that it was. Maybe some days I wish that it is my full-time job, but it's not. Maybe one day it becomes, we'll see. All right, so going back to the feed, right? So now let me just zoom out. We should be able to kind of push it to that rows, right? Let's see. The thing is, the only thing that I'm concerned now about for a moment is that how is this infinite thing gonna react to that? Because this set size and size are kind of set on scroll and stuff, so it could potentially mess it up a bit. Oh, there's another thing with this SVR that we could have tried actually, even though but that's not very. We could basically mutate or revalidate this stuff, right? Because this library comes with those things where you can kind of, let's say, mutations, right? Optimistic data to immediately update the client cache, usually used in optimistic UI, should be, right? Yeah, it is revalidate, right? So here, this is what we need to do, right? In many cases, applying local mutations to data is a good way to make changes feel faster. No need to wait for the remote source of data. With mutate, you can update your local data programmatically. This is what we need, right? So the problem we need to solve here is now when we add a new tweet or thought, we need to push it to the existing data of thoughts, and that's not, I mean, that's in general most of the time 3-second stuff, but here we're using SVR, so we can't just, it seems. So let's see. This is what we need to do. This is what we need to do, 100%. This is what we need to do, and potentially maybe we didn't even need to move the state above. This is what we need to do. So let's actually kind of try to revert a bunch of the stuff that I just did. Yeah, let's revert a bunch of the stuff that I just did, because we premature, too much, way too much. Yeah. Okay, but that's good. And infinite still, and let's redo it here. So that's good, right? We're good back to the state where we were. And again, we're all creating really a framework here. So this is not a singular case. We'll need this in every single view. So any view that has infinite scroll like this will need the same logic, which means we're kind of solving a systematic problem, not a one-off case, whatever, right? So let's kind of optimistic data. Is this literally how I have to call it? Yeah. Yeah, no. 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 It's not gonna do like that, no. Because they're mutating here this same request, this one, and they're getting this. And then where is this update function user? Let's go back to their kind of thing. Update fn. Okay, yeah. So it is kind of what we need. So the update fn should be a promise or asynchronous function to handle the remote mutation. It should return updated data. Yeah, exactly. Then we pass it this key, and this key basically, I believe, is the endpoint itself, right? The problem is this is kind of like a hard-coded. It's just like a user endpoint. And the problem is, yeah, the one that we have to update is basically dynamic one because it's paginated one. It has this query parameter, so we can't. Maybe we could, I guess. I don't freaking know. Let's try. I mean, let's try. I don't freaking know. I genuinely don't know. Let's try that. So let's go back here. Let's import this stuff. Actually, I have this thing here. So I just need the mutate thing. Actually, let's just grab that. Let's get over here somewhere. Shit. Okay, I'm just gonna experiment here a bit, assuming that I end up assuming how they implemented this library, which I think I can assume that. Where's the thing? Where's the SVR? SV. Didn't I like import some stuff? Yeah, shit. If I assume, so they're saying that this thing has to return. So they say that this thing has to return. The update defense should be a promise or asynchronous function to handle the remote mutation. It should return updated data, right? So if so this is my updated data, right? But also this is the optimistic update that it needs, right? So if I can kind of assume, what if I just say here new promise and then create it? And before I do that, actually, let me okay, so this is a cache basically, right? So this is some local cache, stores it in a session or I don't know. Cool. Let's see how this fails. Probably gonna fail. I would expect it to fail. Actually, we didn't add any tag. We just removed those logs. So interesting, such an interesting problem, and I would lie if I know the solution right now, but we'll figure it out. What else? Yeah, this thing is kind of executing captcha. This thing also is kind of going crazy. We no longer need that. Yeah, we're good. Okay, so going back to this, let's see now. Oops, refresh the wrong thing. So we type in a tag. Yeah, I mean, nothing great. I mean, we do get the response and stuff, but yeah, this mutate stuff doesn't do what we actually want it to do. Promise resolver. Sure, promise resolver. Okay. Let's try like that. I have no idea, but let's try it like that. Let's refresh. Let's see if we're still getting an actual error. Let's just read this call stack, because it might give us some hints. Data is a function. So it's basically, okay, let's see what it is. Let's put a debug point here. Let's refresh. Let's say whatever, JavaScript. Let's see what it is. So what is data now, right? Let's add a watch here. Say data. So this is what my okay. Sure. So my data is a lambda function where you can see it, right? But then we're trying to pass it a let's take a look here. Key. So yeah, the key basically is the obviously the key is the URL, and that's how they cache. Basically, imagine it's a hash table, it's an object. The key would be the accessor, the thing that you access the cache with. So that's how they know. The reason why I passed it at page 0 is because I'm just randomly assuming that if they're caching those pages, I want to add to the first page that I loaded to the top one, and then I want to push to that. I don't know. It's just a bunch of random assumptions. Not completely random, but still random, right? Okay. And what is the error that we got? It said, let's take a look here again. It said like, hey, whatever. It's not a, yeah. So going back to this, right? Let's see. So the object should be a promise or asynchronous function to handle the remote mutation. It should return updated data. Should return updated date. The thing is, I believe I did make it a function now, so let's resume this fella. Let's actually answer rows. Okay. Okay, let me just remove this breakpoint. Let's try that again, just to see what it was saying. Yeah, promise resolver object is not a function. So are there? Yeah, maybe they are. Yeah, I have actually two massive screens, right? So the one that I'm streaming at now is 32-inch. And I bought it literally because of the stream. And then I have a 34-inch here in the right. Good evening, Matty. Good evening. Wait a minute. So data. I'm just randomly trying stuff out. Bear with me. Just randomly trying stuff out. Bear with me. Are we actually calling this, or what is happening? No, we're not. Okay, where's my error? Hey, give me an error. Give me an error. Yeah, we get them created, and then this fella didn't fail. JavaScripts. No, okay. Yeah. The thing is, how do we do? That's why I hate those libraries in a way, because they couple me to their ways. How do we wait? How does this thing called? I'm using SVR mutate dynamic key. Pretty much, literally my question. Literally the same problem. I have two components. With the first one I can upload files, the second one I list them in a table. In my second component I'm using SVR this way. There's nothing special about it and it works. However, how can I invalidate all the API offers from my components so that the second component can... You can call mutate passing the exact same key. If you want to revalidate them all, you can use cache keys to search the key you want to based on regex. And then, okay, interesting. Yeah, this is kind of, I get you could say it's an advanced use case. Let's say mutate multiple keys from regex. Let's try this. Let's try the same hook literally. Let's go to my hooks folder. Let's create a what is this called? Use mutation or use match mutate. Okay. Use match mutate. Oh, dude, you can do it. You can find the file. Thank you. Stock run. I've been working since 2008, so 2009. Not everything has been just strictly this type of programming. It's been computer network, Cisco and MikroTik and a lot of other stuff, but that's how long I've been working. Use SVR config. Yeah, okay. That's strange. All right, so we have that hook now, and how are they using it? Let's I'm literally not gonna I wanna move away from this. It's quite actually annoying, to be very frank with you. Quite annoying actually. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, the biggest problem with those types of libraries is that once you need something super simple, their promises that this is super great and stuff, But once you need a bit more than just that, it becomes very kind of, and it's fine. The thing is, right, some of this stuff you just need to learn the API, and you know, that's kind of how it is, right? In a way, it's kind of would be a silly also to kind of assume that that it's just gonna work, right? Right. So there's some effort that needs to be put. I'm obviously streaming now, so in a way, it's I cannot just read the documentation. You're gonna guys get bored and stuff, but in a way, it's just how it is, right? You just have to. Good evening, man. Good evening. How you doing? Yeah, I'm just fiddling here with some stuff. Yeah, we're now just kind of I didn't plan this stuff, right? I didn't plan to do this, but then yeah, it's just super annoying, man. Super annoying. Not really useful. Let's see if this actually, if it ever finds this key at all. So this thing that we're just trying to use, right? No, so it doesn't, right? Let's see which keys are there. So basically the reason why it doesn't re-invalidate it is that it doesn't even find the key in the cache. So I don't even know if this ran. If matcher test key, then let's just say key. Those are all the keys, right? Let's just give it API, right? Let's just give it a single, because this regex isn't really. Let's just give it an API, and let's see what it does, right? Let's just say API, right? That's kind of that's what they did. What they did in their example as well, if I recall, right? So let's try that now. Ange, thank you for the following, man. Appreciate it. So we can kind of see now that it did call it, right? So it did. If we go over here now, if we go here, so it did hit it here, and then it did push that key, whatever. Let's see what. So we basically, so they create this list of keys, and then for each key they call the mutate, and then whatever this argument is, and then return the mutations, right? But it didn't help much, did it? Yeah, what a bummer. I don't know. Yeah, whatever. Yeah, this is kind of what we tried, right? I guess. Oh my god, dude, so annoying. Because basically we need to do the HTTP call, and then we need to call this mutate to mutate the cache to also push that item to I don't see the other way, right? Let me just yeah, let's see how to mutate partial keys in SVR. Maybe this is kind of what we need. Let's say seems to be something like this, right? But I genuinely thought that that's what we did, right? That's kind of you just I guess you just nice, man. You see, a day before, what was it, yesterday, you were like dying or whatever, and then boom, it just went amazing, right? Let's I need to Google this a bit. I mean, Matty, you're my one of the first followers, I believe, of this thing. It was you and Complex and those guys, so you're gonna be the follower forever. Yeah, none of this, like, I can't, it's very hard to believe, it's very hard to kind of, my biggest problem with this is just that it feels that, I mean, I'm probably not the only one who has this paginated list, and you add then something to it. It's really kind of hard to comprehend that okay, maybe this is what we need, right? It's hard to comprehend that I'm the only one who would need such behavior, right? Okay, so maybe this is it. Yeah, maybe this is it. Let's take a look. They have but yeah, I think yeah, sure, yeah. So I think this is the way. There's nothing else. 100%, this is the way. 1,000,000%. Let's do it. Downside of this is that what I initially did was actually correct. I am supposed to lift this up. That's how it is. Let me put a thought to it for a second, but I don't believe we'll be able to. Yeah, no, we'll not be able. No. Okay, let's lift this state up again. It's fine. I'm happy. It's okay. It's great. It's perfect. It's literally what I was expecting this that it's gonna end up being finding this document now. Wait a minute. Okay, that's great. That's perfect. Wait, yeah, awesome. Okay, so let's lift this stuff up over here. Let's say use infinite my custom hook, whatever. Let's grab this little fella from here. Let's grab this little fella from here and let's smack it to this fella here. And then let's take those fellas here and then smack them to the fella there. That's the best explanation of programming you guys ever heard. It's basically smacking of fellas all over the place. You just smack the fella there, smack the fella there, put the fella there, smack the fella there. That's literally what it is. That's in a nutshell what I am doing here. Just smacking fellas. Smack the fella there. Beautiful. Smack the loading there. Just smacking things. That's how it is. Okay. Literally, I just smacked the hell out of them because I'm a smacker. I'm a smacker. Beautiful, perfect, amazing, great, perfect, beautiful, amazing. All right, cool. Get rid of that. Put a comma. Basically, it's just a bunch of smacking. Smack that. Smack that. Move that. Remove that. Bam. Right? And then we no longer need the URL in this fella here. And this stuff should still work. Yeah, there's the cat. Cat agrees. And then boom. This should fail now because we'll need to update it. Perfect. Great. Beautiful. Amazing. Great. Whew. Okay. So that's moved now. And if we go to this thing and copy paste the code, that's kind of the only thing we're capable of. Anyway, it's gonna work. It should work. Let's be positive here, guys. Let's not use fate. Let's copy paste like professionals. Let's copy paste this as professionals. Don't. If anything, we can copy paste, and we're really good at that. Really good at that. Copy paste a bit from there. Copy paste a bit from there. Boom! It works. That's how it is. That's how you build software. If you ever want to know secret of building good software, is literally copy a bit from there, copy a bit from there, here and there, copy there, and that's it. Exactly. It's a promise here that they have. I can fake that, it's fine if necessary. Or I can just pass it this fella. I can pass it to this fella. Beautiful, perfect, great. Did I say beautiful? Yes, I did. Now, you see, the only problem with why they can do this stuff the way they can, and the reason that I can't do it the same way is because, so it's fine, I'm just gonna fake it, because I need the actual return data from the API and they don't. And why do I need it? Well, because it returned the joint data and stuff like that, right? So this is okay, but I'll have to fake it. So this created is what I need. So I'll need to kind of say this, and as they had it here, right? Something like that, right? Then our data is the rows, I think. and then created is the new thing. Now. No, I don't see it. Okay. Encounter 2 children with the same key. Yeah, it's basically no. I saw it as well. I just didn't remove it yet, to be very frank with you. It's kind of a bug, yeah. It's just something I randomly left in the. I'm gonna nuke that in a second. Let me just. All right, I think we're poking the right thing. We're poking the right thing. I think. Here's our rows. Yeah. We're poking the right thing. Yeah, you can see how arbitrary this example and how stupid it is, because you cannot generate a random ID in the UI. No UI generates unique IDs. That's why it's idiotic, really. Doesn't make any sense. Okay, data then to new to do. Then this guy returns. So this guy is supposed to return all to dos. What? That's so stupid, man. Okay. Why am I even then doing this like that? So this is kind of the implementation of this thing here, right? So freaking annoying, man. Okay. Let's just comment this out just so we can see what they're doing. So essentially, this thing is supposed to also return rows and then that to do, right? Yeah, that's what they're doing at least. Man, I'm reading problem and writing problem instead of promise. Crazy stuff. So hard, man. This is so hard. So annoying. Fail to add new item. Great example. Great example. And what is the data? So they're literally returning this. Yeah. So maybe, yeah, I don't know, man. I'm a bit desperate right now. So I'll just also kind of do something like this. Because that's kind of the original data. Where is that stuff? So complicated, so complicated. Crazy stuff. So complicated. That's how it is, guys. You gotta push through sometimes. That's what it is. It's not always bread and butter. It's not always bread and butter. That's how it is, man. Gotta push through. Got to push through. So I think yeah. So the problem, I think the biggest problem here is that they're using the use SVR, right? So they're not using the actual infinite thing that I'm using. So this isn't quite a, so infinite loading. So this is the example that we're using, but they don't have optimistic update for this one. They just have load more, which is, and this sort of stuff already works for us. So that isn't the problem, right? So that isn't the problem for us. Mutator. Thank you, man. Thank you. It's this is programming, man. This is the job. This is what we deal with every day. That's how it is. Not everything is just smooth as always. It's fine. I'm okay with that. I'm perfectly fine with that. It's just the only thing that kind of bores me slightly is that this library seems to be kind of very narrow in its scope, right? And the fact that such example doesn't exist there, it's quite depressing, because there's no chance that you have a list sometimes that you don't populate with something new, or a list that you don't edit or delete and stuff. And yeah, it just seems a bit Yeah, because the thing is, right, if I wanted to deep dive into their source code, I wouldn't have ended up using this. I used the tools, which are simple because exactly that, they save me time, and this now wastes my time. All right, actually, let me just try one thing here. We'll figure it out. I mean, and then what is a good thing about that? Well, once we figure it out, then we'll know it forever, and then that's a great lesson. So that's really how I truly do it every day, and that's why it's so fun and rewarding. Because yeah, I know that eventually it's gonna work, and then we're gonna work a bit, walk a bit backwards to see why it works, and that's it. So it's fine, right? It's okay. Just do the rows as well and just poke a bit with it. And actually, I don't really... Why would I need to return a promise? That's also strange. Let's try just to return this. Because the feeling that if it ends up working and it gives us all of those cool features, that's gonna be great. That is gonna be great. Okay, let's do rows. Yeah. What if I print this fella here? No, sorry, this fella here. Try that. Think we're poking the right thing. I feel it. I feel it. I just feel it, guys. I know. We're getting there. But this is good, kind of, right? We have merged that thing with the current page. Wait, what is the second element of this list? So this is the top, the most top one is the one that we just created. And the second one is EEE. So that's good. So the state is kind of good. Like this is kind of good, right? The only thing that isn't good is that it doesn't re-render. That's not good, right? So I think it's almost good. It's just not yet perfectly good. Yeah, I feel it. I feel it's gonna happen anytime. Anytime, next 3 days. I feel it, guys. In the next 10 days, it's gonna be great. You're all gonna cry here. Blood. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing in 3 days when it works. I can't wait. It's gonna be so exciting. Such an important thing. It's genuinely, I think we're doing it right. I feel like I can see that. I can see that this is right. Like I can see it. I can see that I can see the item actually here. Well, obviously I can see it, yeah, but it's just like, so this mutate. let me double check one thing here. Oh, nice. Okay. So wait a minute. That's pretty cool actually. So this is a callback as well, I believe. Isn't it? That's what I read. No. Yeah, isn't it? Isn't this a function that returns the data? Why is it complaining that when I make it an actual function? Ah, maybe because I'm not returning anything. Yeah, that's why. Cool. Okay. Then we have the current data that we spread. Then let's return it like this. Interesting. Dog, cat. I guess it does the same thing because they're spreading. Update the local state immediately and fire the request. Since the API will return the updated data, there's no need to start a new validation, and we can directly populate the cache. There's also a mutator callback. Wait a minute. Doing. Yeah, this guy is complaining now about this stuff. Actually, Yeah, so when I yeah. Yeah, so I don't actually see it here. So this data doesn't actually return. So this mutation doesn't really do anything to this data because we're awaiting here for this thing to finish. So it doesn't really do anything. Let's print the rows once we do the mutation. Jesus Christ, man, come on. Ignore for the entire file, yeah. Doors. No, so it just doesn't mutate this sort of stuff. It doesn't mutate it. It doesn't mutate it. Let's go. Let me get to this and then to this. But manipulates the data array. But manipulates the data array. But manipulates the data array. This actually even being called current data. Let's see. Maybe it's something with this multi-dimensional arrays, because this thing actually for every page is one dimension in that thing. Yeah, we can see that this actually doesn't do that at all. Like this is also, this optimistic data is not really called at all. That's incredibly strange. Revalidate, populate, whatever, I don't care, man. Thing is, what I have only one more idea left about this, and I'm gonna just I'm gonna validate that in a second. So this kind of does work properly in a way, so I'm not unhappy now when I see how they did it, because I get it. It's just, it is just Shit. I will grab a beer, I swear. Give me a second. That's a very good point. But... Let me just validate something. So this... I get it. I get it. I don't get it. I mean, let me not get it. I don't get anything. Just be aware. I absolutely don't get it. But I have an idea. I have an idea. Don't get it. No. And I will grab a beer in a moment. So I'm supposed to, yeah, I might know. Bear with me. So I think that what I have to do here is something like this. I think I have to do something like this. Man, like I'm starting now to starting to lose my mind because let me print this. No, it's not. I mean, no. Good evening, German. How are you doing? Good evening. Good. I would say good. A bit bored with some problem, but kind of slamming through, trying to solve it. And honestly, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. And I'm trying to follow some example here as well. Let me decipher this. So their data is whatever they get, and their to-dos are just an array. So in their case, got it. Okay. They have an array of to-dos. We'll see. I mean, maybe, right? Everything is open to change, right? So nothing is final yet in this project, right? So we'll see, right? Maybe yes, maybe not, right? Almost feels like this has to be an asynchronous function. Maybe that the issue is, right? Maybe that's where the issue is, if I can put it that way. Let's just try to literally delay this or whatever. Let's just say, you know, async. That makes absolutely no sense, but I'm out of ideas, so I'll just say this is 100% not gonna be how it's gonna remain. It's okay. It's just basically, I'm using this SVR library, right? And mutate basically means revalidate the cache in a way. So when you do some stuff, it basically you say, hey, I've changed something, so propagate that somewhere. Now I'm kind of really getting out of ideas here. And it could be very much well related to this infinite stuff. Yeah, nah. Alright, let's try other things. I mean, what can I do? Alright, let's just say, I don't know, freaking like, but I don't think that's the way. Let's just say created and rows. Domestic update. Going back also to this, to this. Domestic data. Data to immediately update the client cache, usually used in optimistic UI, right? Should the cache revalidate once the asynchronous updates resolves? No, so indeed we don't have to do this. Should the result of the remote mutation be written to the cache or a function that receives new result and current result or return the mutation result? You can get mutate function from the use sphere config and broadcast the message globally to other sphere using the same key by calling mutate key. The example shows how it automatically refetch the login. La la la. Oh my fucking god, it worked. I just removed everything. Ah, beautiful. What is this? What is this sorcery? Ah, beautiful. Man. Hilarious. 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 So, let's just all agree on one thing. I'm way better at not writing code. So if you see, once I removed my code, things worked. So, right? That's not, I just called mutate and it did whatever. Beautiful. Great, perfect, amazing, amazing. Did I say beautiful? Yes, great. Well, I mean, let's see though. Let's see if this mutate is calling the endpoint again, because that would suck, right? Let's not get ahead of ourselves, right? Of course, no. Yeah, it does, right? And that's not the problem I'm trying to solve here, right? Because that I could have done in the first second. The point is, why would I want to call an endpoint when I already got the result back from this fella here? I don't wanna call, you know, I don't wanna, you know. So no, it doesn't work. I mean, it does, but it doesn't. Yeah, now it doesn't work. So, and I don't even know if there's a way with this library to do it without. No, there has to be, right? That's the. Anyway, that's kind of. So if I remove it, it works. Well, why it works? Well, clearly because it refetches the stuff. That's no brainer. But let me just. What would happen? Let me just double check one thing, because this might not even be that bad if something doesn't happen more. So let me load all pages, all 3. Well, I have a bunch of pages now. Let me now write something. Look at this. Now it's gonna revalidate every single one of them. Dominic, thank you so much, my friend. I'll talk to you in the morning. Thank you for everything. I'm gonna solve. When you wake up, this is gonna be solved. Let's hope so. Thank you for everything. Thanks for the help. So no. So this isn't a solution by a stretch of imagination. It's actually horrible, right? So let's get back to this. I was almost happy for. I actually got a Let me grab a beer. Let me grab a beer, guys. Give me a second. Be right back. Alrighty, sorry for waiting. I know that some of you are German here, so I bought some German beers. This is something you must have tried. This is something you must have tried 100%. And this one is kind of a craft one. This is like a limited one. Let's actually try this Vienna lager. And here's the sound. Ah, so nice. Let's actually put it in. Let's see the color. Oh, color is actually really good. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff. Give me a second here. Well, cheers everybody. I mean, you know, I might mainly drink double IPAs, triple IPAs. They're like 10%, 12%. So when I drink this 4 or 5% beer, it's like water. I could literally swim in it. It's crazy. Okay, great. Okay, so back to the torture here. Back to the torture. And I swear to God, I'm gonna make tutorials and all of this stuff once we figure it out. There's so much cool content here to make videos off, because a lot of this stuff seems to be absolutely not covered by any documentation or anything. So I swear to God, like I swear to God, Draft.js, this infinite scrolling stuff that I made yesterday, like in combination with other things. You're all gonna get like 5-10 minute videos on YouTube on how to do that. I genuinely want to do it, not just even because of viewers. I want to memorize it myself. Like, it's not apparent. And I'm not kind of saying that every single library you use has to solve every single problem of your own. It's just some of those things are so common. They're like almost, if you use this, like this use case is gonna happen 100%. Like not like 3%, 100%. True alcoholic. No man, not at all. I drink a few beers a month, sometimes none, right? Absolutely not. But I always have beer in the fridge, right? Because I'm subscribed. Basically, I have a beer subscription at 2 Øl, which is like a brewery here in Denmark. It's one of the, it's craft beer. So basically every month I get a box like this. BBC, thank you very much for the follow. Every month I get this box, right? So I pay maybe 40-50 euros a month, and I get this amazing beers on my door. Actually, I have to go pick up this month's box tomorrow. So that's why I always have them. So the beers that you guys just saw, for example, you see, see this Vienna Lager, for example. That's this one, and etc. etc. So that's the key. I have monthly subscription, and those are super good beers, right? You can see that each one of those beers is at least like 7 euros, 8 euros, right? So they're pretty expensive. Like all of like 50 crowns is like it's 6.7 euros, right? So those are expensive beers, but you can enjoy them every now and then, as I am now, because they're super good quality. They're like small breweries, stuff like that, right? So it's not gibberish that you can buy, in a can, right? So it's like, I don't know, 5 of those beers is like 40-50 euros, right? So that's the secret, right? You're not gonna have headaches from these beers and stuff. They're really good. I really, really want to solve this. I really want to solve this because it's very important for the whole system. Like if this is not solvable, I cannot use this thing, this SVR thing, right? I just can't. It doesn't make sense, right? This won't make any difference, honestly. I'm just gonna do something here. I don't know, I just feel let's try that maybe. So we created, yeah. And then let's spread the rest of the data as well. I don't freaking know, man. I don't know, genuinely. Wait, we don't need to call that. Nope. I need to Google things. I need to Google things. There's no, I think we're now at the crossroads of just needing to Google stuff. SVR infinite load add item. My wife just came from work. My lovely wife. If she can only help me to fix this, she would be the best wife ever. But no wife fixes SVR problems, let's face it. No wife does that. Nobody fixes those problems. Had such amazing plans for this stream. All went like this. My plans were like this. They went like this. Literally, man, what the hell is this? Is there a single internet? Is there a single example on the internet where you add an item to this list? Like, I can't believe this, man. Like, is there not an example that of people that need to do what I'm doing without doing it obviously the apparent way, which is, oh yeah, let me just do 20 different requests, why not, right? Seriously, man. Is there not such an example? Like, yeah, man. So strange, man. So strange. Oh my god, look at the solution. We migrated to React Query. Great, amazing solution. Jesus Christ, what a great answer. Lol. JavaScript community is amazing. It's amazing. You know, dude, I just gave up. His answer was pretty much, we gave up. Yeah, solution gave up programming job, started doing something else. Beautiful. Yeah, and then we moved to React Query, and then we have another problem, and then we move to another library, and then we move from that. Beautiful, beautiful solutions. Great, I like it. Or he became a project manager, you know, probably that. Most people become just project managers if they can't code. Pretty much. That's literally how it happens. dude, like you can see, like seriously, like, dude, like I literally, why did I do this even is unreal. Like I could have, the thing is, man, I literally used this SVR because people say nice things about it, and I literally went, I could have just done this with fetch, with anything, with any HTTP library, right? It's ridiculous. I don't actually need this, right? It doesn't, I mean, it promises some caching and stuff and all of that, and that's fine. I appreciate that, but this issue would have never actually occurred if I just used my own HTTP library and just, you know, increment, you know, every time you want a next page and stuff like that. It's not rocket science. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Like, yeah, could have written a new programming language by now. Crazy shit, man. Crazy shit. Crazy stuff. Serious. No. Man, I have this bag for like a week now or more. I don't eat. I mean, this is actually some healthy chips my wife found. No. So it isn't like it's really like something natural or whatever. So it's not it doesn't, it's not really fat and stuff like regular chips that you feel sick afterwards. So this is that actually it's empty now. So that's the only thing I could fetch. This is not bad. It's a solid beer. Could be stronger, but that's how it is. Dude, if we are to look the official example of this crap, we've done that exactly as such 30 minutes ago, an hour ago. So there's nothing that so they have this add to do little utility. They delayed stuff just for the sake of deferring whatever, making the asynchronous, right? Dude, like, I swear to God when I tell you this, I'm sitting by the computer since 1998 and my back is still awesome. I don't know how. I genuinely don't understand. Like by this time, the way that I sit and whatever, I should be dead, literally, not even alive. And I'm super like fine. I don't know, dude. I swear to God. Since I got my first computer in 1998, which is when my life with the rest of the world stopped. And dude, I don't know how I still have my back. And I mean, I have zero problems, dude. Like they're super good. Never had a pain in my back in my life. Is it genetics? Is it because, I don't know. I wanted to do the perfect, amazing joke, but I'm gonna pass now. We are, so guys, okay, just not to waste time here. We are pretty much doing things right. If I do this and then just kinda no. This is literally how they stated in this example. So now am I mutating the wrong thing? Am I Let me just also print the data here to check. Maybe I'm just mutating the wrong thing, or calling. I don't freaking know. Or Matty, thank you so much, my friend, for being around. I hope you have a great time at work tomorrow, and I'll catch you up tomorrow if you're around. Come by, please. Take care, my friend. Have a good night. Have a good night. I think there's a bunch of people like you guys watching, just not, I think not everyone is kind of really open to talk and stuff like that. Yeah, someone has to do it. Yeah, exactly. Let's do it like this. Let's say mutation data.map. Let's say dimension, or no, let's say R. Good evening, Tori. Good. Solid to say. Not the greatest, just stuck with some issue. But overall, it's fine-ish. It's not... Yeah, just dealing with something very annoying. Yeah, it's okay, honestly. It's just one of those things that, yeah, I'm kind of, yeah, just an annoying issue that we can't seem to be able to solve right now. So based on that example they have, we're doing everything right. Based on this, right? Basically, the issue is that I'm using this SVR, right? So I'm using this SVR library, right? And when I add an item here, I need to populate that list, and that list basically is cached or whatever inside of SVR, so I don't know how to do it without refetching. So when I create an item, the newly created item is returned from the database, and I just want to append it here locally. I don't want to do a refetch of the whole data, right? And this SVR stuff doesn't really, it's not really helping much, and it doesn't really work well. Okay, this is interesting. Let's see. With the mutate, you can pass an async function which will receive the current cached value, if any, and return the updated document. Let's see. Okay, that's interesting. Let's try that. So they're saying that I'm gonna get whatever my data here. I don't know how it should work. Let's say D. Let's just say here, return that, and let's yeah, it's you know, the thing is, right, again, as I was saying, there's nothing wrong with what we're doing. It might be boring to some people and stuff, I get that. It's a stream after all, and people wanna not just learn but have fun, but it's the part of learning the APIs. It's how it is, right? It's not it's how it is. It's natural process, right? We cannot take every tool and just use it, right, as we've used it forever, right? That's just not how things work most of the time, right? So it's perfectly fine, right? If you ask me, it's perfectly fine, right? So let's try this. Let's play a bit with this at least. So this is the updated data. Perfectly fine, right? Sometimes it's just needing to stay true and trying to solve it, and that's how it is. Can't do more than that. Thing is, I mean, yeah, most of our project, most of the programmer project uses just our own abstraction over Axios, and I agree 100%, right? This is more because pagination and stuff is very delicate to say thing, and it needs to be handled properly because you want to save some requests to the API, you want to cache some stuff and stuff. So that's why I kind of use this for this use case. I'm not gonna use, you know, SVR to get a, I mean, I technically could, but not everything requires it, right? And maybe we'll see. Just for now, it doesn't really seem that, yeah, things are that great, right? I don't know. Yeah, I mean, by the books, so looking at the documentation and stuff, we're doing everything right. We just are. Um, the only kind of difference here, of course, is this infinite thing, and that's most likely the issue. And why? Because this is the difference. Where is that stuff? Pagination, yeah. Pretty much says that, right? Always revalidate. Like it basically, a lot of those options are used. For example, if you're working with multiple browser tabs and stuff, and then it does the caching and stuff, la la la, right? So if you open the page in another tab or whatever, or switch between tabs, it does, I don't know, it does some, it's related basically to the cache mainly, right? Maybe this is something we need. Oh, never mind, never mind. Yeah, so it is a bug. I can see that what we are dealing with is a bug. Yeah, it's pretty much, yeah. Jesus Christ, man. Come on. What I'm hitting wrong. Okay. Um No, it's not mutate, it's not imported from here. It's like get use svr config, yeah, I think, and then it's like const right. I don't know, I'm a bit desperate, I must admit. Took too long. Yeah, this definitely not gonna work. No. Yeah, man, freaking libraries, dude. Freaking libraries. Freaking libraries, man. Not cool. Not cool at all. So much time wasted. So much time wasted. Pretty much nothing. Yeah, but now it kind of works. You would think, oh, Alex, it works, great job. Nah, it's gonna refetch stuff again, and that's kind of meaningless, right? Did it actually refetch it? Nah, maybe it worked. Did it work? Let's see. Yeah, it worked, I think. Yep. I don't freaking know why, man. Yep, it worked. It freaking worked, man. What the hell is this crap? Why did it work? I passed it false for the options and it worked. I mean, should we take it and move on? Should we just admit we won and move on? I guess we should, right? Well, let's just do that. Yeah, let's just take the win. Let's take the win, guys. Let's be smart here. Let's take the win. I don't have the energy for that now. Let's take the win and let's move on. And then what I'm gonna do, so once you actually type a tag, we should probably clear the input or something, right? So let's just say here, basically we want to say form.set form state. We're gonna say content, and then editor state.create empty. Right. That's it, right? What was it? Oh, I don't remember. Not gonna be the wrap, but I'm just gonna. Yeah, that's gonna send it to. Where's this fella? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Yeah. Yeah, stretch is fine. The thing is, right? So if I go to my editor, and if we go to input error, right? The reason why this fella grows is because the input error is there. We could try making it slightly better by wrapping all of this in another div, in a template, in a fragment or whatever. And then not doing what I just did over there. Is it here? No. Let's revert. That's. Yeah, exactly. I mean, since this is a very kind of custom thing, I'm gonna do a custom behavior for it as well. So actually we can easily solve this by simply not passing the error directly here. But you can actually pass it below the whole thing, right? We can see that the button and these guys are wrapped inside of this. So we can basically say here input error, and then paste this fella here and do this exactly, right? And then padding bottom should be gone, and then this fella here can have, I don't know, margin bottom 8. Right, so now we no longer have to worry about this thing growing, even though we should be worrying, right? Let's actually see. Yeah, that's a that's a different issue, right? I guess. So we'll have to solve. Okay, actually, so this thing kind of does grow with it, but we will limit the amount of characters for the actual tweet, right? So it's fine. Great. Okay, good. So we can kind of see that that's a bit better now, right? Okay, great. Again, it's a very custom thing, so we'll probably actually, even if we really actually end up using this component, we'll just turn that into a custom component, right? Okay, cool. Yeah. And basically what I'm going to do, I will make the tags required actually. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, since I don't really have a tags component here per se, what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to say here form state content error or tags error, right? So we we can kind of get the same. This is not going to be super cool, but let's see. So if I try to submit this, comment cannot be empty. Let me actually see, are we actually managing to do this? No, we're not. Okay, good. State tags error. Is that how we're calling them? We're calling them tags, yes. Let's do that. Let's actually go where my custom form, my invalid is, and let's just print here invalid form. And actually what we can do, we can add min items, right? We have the same min items. So I'm gonna actually grab this from elsewhere, and I'm just gonna say min items. And yeah, that's maybe what we've been, at least one tag is required. So let's go back down here and then say that error or that error. Go back here, try this, yeah. Yeah, that's quite strange actually. So let's kind of do instead of doing it like that, right? Let's just say tags, right? Something like that, right? And then we can see kind of that, so we can see like there is really a complexity in components like this, right? Because you can see that technically now a user can just write a tag and submit this article, right? I guess. Let's actually see. Unless we messed something up in the meanwhile. Yeah, it seems that we did. Invalid form, okay, it's dirty. Let's see, tags, error, value 1, yeah, that's good. So what is the error actually? Why is the form invalid? Form date, tags, content is dirty, is valid, set form state, yeah, that's my stuff. Yeah, that's quite strange actually. Let's actually take a look at the schema. I think the schema is the only thing that we've changed. Minimum items 1, that's good. Require, yeah, that's the problem. I literally said I pasted the wrong thing, that's why. So we try, let's zoom into Oblivion. We say, I don't know, JS. And then we add it, right? We try to add it without a tag. Let's see. Yeah, did we actually validate that? Now, wait a minute. So tags is required, yeah. At least minimum 1 item. We go over here. Yeah. Okay, we created it. Can we just add some text? Yeah. So at least 1 tag is required. And then we make, okay, great. So kind of that's right. For now in the platform, I'm not going to be allowing creation of kind of tags, creation of tweets or thoughts as we call them without an actual tag. because it's very hard to associate then what that refers to, right? All right, perfect. That's good. That's good. Yep. And actually now, wait a minute. I should be able to say Haskell, and functional programming kicks ass. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Now I think one of the things that I have to do tomorrow in the stream, what we're gonna do is that you can see that our kind of content state isn't really adding any specific, so there's really no styling added, so we'll have to do that tomorrow. I want to make sure that I don't know what just happened. I want to make sure basically that we highlight those tags, so when you post, right, we should kind of, they shouldn't be plain text, and we'll have to do that. I remember actually, if we go to the, well, actually, if we take a look at the payload of those things that we get back, the content state of the editor itself, right? We can see, for example, that if I actually grab this content and JSON.parse, we can see, for example, this entity map, that it has this type mention, right? So essentially, if I can assume how those guys at how the plugin was built for Draft.js, right? If we go actually to, let me just search globally. I don't remember where it was. Yeah, here. So shouldn't this thing kind of get us a mention block? Because that would be cool, because then we can here choose how do we actually style the mention. Nah, shit, that's kind of sucks, yeah. That kind of sucks. Let's see. Ah, here we have the entity. I think it's here maybe. Wait a minute. Yeah. So I think here the entity type is gonna be actually mention, and then here is how we can style it. I think, oops. Entity type, I think we should get it there. Yeah, here it is. Beautiful. Okay, that's super cool. Well, in that case, right, so we can say if entity type is mentioned like this, right? So if entity type, so if entity type is equal to mention, we pretty much want to return something, right? And here we decide, okay, like, hey, if the element we're parsing is that of that type, return that element and add some class or whatever. So let's say that the mention is going to be paragraph, it's going to have a class name, and let's say that it's going to be text indigo 500, for example, right? We can already see kind of that we are highlighting it, right? We'll yeah, let's actually make it a span, because it seems that it's getting a block type element and then breaks the UI, whatever. Let's kind of say wait, tailwind text decoration. They have the zigzag thing. I don't remember, how is it called? Was it decoration or text? Wait, tailwind underline or something. I don't remember actually. No, but it doesn't seem to be here. Is it here? No. Have it somewhere in the project already. Border style, I think it is, right? No. I think we have it somewhere in Programmer Network. Let me go, I think in the comments or somewhere, right? Let's go. Yeah, this guy. What is the class of this? Decoration wave. Yeah, okay. So this is what I want. So let's try that let's go to the feed and let's kind of smack that fella here. All right, so for example, if we would kind of want to imply that, let me zoom in more, that this is a tag, right? Whatever, and then we can say, I don't know, text extra small. Now let's not change the text size, because then it's gonna not fit really well with the rest. Yeah, so now when you kind of write a post or a tweet or a thought, as we call it, hey, this is so cool and easy, Tailwind, I don't know, and well, let's actually know. Hey, this is so super cool with Tailwind and I don't know, React, right? Then we kind of get it highlighted here, which is pretty cool, right? That's awesome. That's pretty awesome, yeah. Well, you know what, guys, I think I'm gonna slowly round up. I've been streaming for how long? 3 hours now. If you're new here, I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to give me a follow if you haven't already. I stream pretty much every night, and we're building this social platform for developers. So if you're curious to know how it goes, when we're gonna deploy it, if you want to be an early adopter, stick around, join our Discord channel, and as always, Bounty, thank you so much, man. Thank you guys for being here as always. I'm happy we sold this, and let's continue kicking gas tomorrow. And that's pretty much, you guys, all of you guys are gonna be for sure first testers. There's no question. Actually, in fact, I would be super grateful if you are. So I hope that you guys can help out and make this platform really awesome, right? And then all of us can get something in return. So that's the idea, that nobody is really left out one way or the other, right? So, well, cheers, guys. Thank you so much again. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly did. And tomorrow we continue our journey to the MVP and getting this stuff out. Tomorrow, I'm gonna have a friend from work coming to help out deploying this. So I'll let you guys know, but I'm probably gonna stream in the night again. So